Traced to Waste Management, Disposal SI, in Maintenance Subsector 41A. Tasks. Locate WMD Control Room. Interface with WMD SI. Diagnose cause of error. Conduct any repair needed. End work order.
Here, listen up. I had sewage coming out of my fucking rinser this morning. And a site showering in manure. I want this fixed. Get it done before end of cycle and I'll throw in a juicy bonus.
So, they finally sent backup. I'm Drummer. OUSI's locked itself into a recursive void loop. Whatever took a fat bite out of my thigh was all I could do to help out, right? Yeah, those fellows mean business. Almost got me. Don't go in there unless you pack... Yeah, something caused the SI to implode. There's been some strange power surges down here in the deep state lately. So it might be related. Larger in the soups down here. And hungry, too. SI's the sentient intelligence operating this here ultra-complex machinery. Now, they didn't tell you I was already down here. Cool. The way back's clear now, right? Right. I'm gonna hobble back.
Take one more step, make my day.
Memory purge initiated. Purge complete. Resetting to defaults. Done. SI ready for reboot. Initializing. Done. Boot sequence running. Done. Running diagnostics. Done. Reboot complete. SI operating at full capacity. System report. WMD system operational. Waste disposal fully functional. Report sent.
About time. I know I promised you a bonus, but you know how it is. Revenue is below targets, quotas haven't been met, my hands are tied, yada yada, take your pick. Now get back here! There's a lift in East Stack that's acting up. Almost forgot. If you run into a worse Shylar kid named Trummer down there, you can tell that slackhead he's on my eternal shit list. Go now.
Arcology now in default shutdown mode. Suggestion. Interface with data node to obtain full secret and clarification. Closest data node available in the Warrens. End suggestion.
With your very own. The Ascent Group went into immediate default after the Ascent Group arcology on Velas has shut down. With some claim
To all hammers in Cluster 13, this is Poon. As you...
Look, when we need a company rally or inspirational calf mugs to hand out, I'll let you know, okay?
Why the hostility, Poon? All I'm saying is that we should stick together in a time of crisis, and that we're here to help in any way we can.
And all I'm saying is that I don't see how you can help right now. The Ascent Group is gone, and the board has gone quieter than a null-spaced colony. Maybe you people should start looking to what's next.
The Ascent Group is not just the board, Poon. It's us. All of us. United around an idea. The corporation can only collapse if we allow it.
Whatever. An idea won't feed my indents or provide security when CorpSec gets wise to the fact that their paychecks aren't coming. Now, you'll have to excuse me. My next meeting just arrived.
Fine. We'll talk again later, Poon.
Idiots. Oh, look at you. Positively bristling with ambition and a taste for mindless violence. Just what I need. My PA before is pure bullshit. This is a crisis supernova. The Ascent Group has collapsed. Our not that I expect those sleek suits to be able to unfuck this situation at any... No one is getting paid, and CorpSec will soon realize that they're risking it. We can expect security to implode. The Ascent Group AGI suddenly went quiet. That's never happened before. Now all local SIs are operating independently. We gotta see nutrient and energy shortages with just... Am I painting a bleak enough? We're mutually dependent on the neighboring cluster. It pains me to say this, but it looks like we're gonna have to co-op. The other stack bosses have agreed to meet. They're a bunch of but I don't see any other options. And my imp won't shut up about this being the only way forward. I want you to... In a crisis like this, you can always expect to see a few witless wonders stepping up to bat. The Turbo Vipers are already... Questions? Shoot. They're threatening to attack the meeting. And I want you to... The latest cream of the scum crop out. With everything going on, they're seeing... Yeah. So with the corporation gone kaput, ownership of the arcology is in flux. The other corporations will be sent like an ox. All payouts, including yours, I might add, but I'm hoping it'll be a little while. It's all very clever. No single cluster is... If I can reach an agreement with... Considering the way things have been falling apart, but yeah, I expect they're busy ejecting them. First, they run the entire corporation into the ground, but I guess... Oh, and you'll need to gear up. Won't just be facing deep-sink ferals anymore. Feel free to flatline any slag-headed Turbo Viper just looking at here. Good. Success. The other bosses are on board. We'll begin coordinating our cluster SIs and redistributing vital supplies in a few hours. We still have plenty of work to do, but this is as good a start as we could hope for. But who the flaming fuck were those amped up flatliners? Damn it! I need more problems about as much as I need a rectum on my forehead. And yes, I know there are a few evolutionary dead ends like that around, but you get my drift. Someone's pinging me. Hang on. Pony here. Yes. Yes. No. Fuck. That was Admin Denker. While we were splooging all over ourselves here, someone went and grabbed a whole bunch of habbers. My habbers! Seems the attack here was a diversion for the kidnapping. I gotta get back. Don't stray too far. I have a feeling we'll need your help again soon.
Not now. I've almost cracked the distributed cognition. Whoa! Where did you come from? No, wait. Who the hell are you? And how did you find us? This is supposed to be a secret hideout. I knew I should have gotten those turrets online long ago. Then you'd be a red smear on the floor. Never rely on secrecy alone. And again, I'm obviously still alive, so what do you want? Poon sent you. Yeah, I know that faithless cred stacker all too well. What does he need? Yeah, without those hammers, you're in deep trouble. I got 2 Nestkin in 13. Poon must know that. All right, I'll help. What do you need? Yeah, I'm already logged on to the surveillance server. Let's have a look-see. Seems a whole bunch of invalid tags passed a scan gate at the Cosmodrome a few sub-cycles ago. The biometric, so I can't say where your hammers are now. If Obi took them, you're gonna have to ask them. They've requisitioned an old HydraCat branch office up by the node. Way above where we're at now, like whole other tier. Anything else? I won't bore you with the quiche reproduction process, okay? Nestkin are like sapien DNA relatives. Well, I've gathered some premium net jockeys here for a little project. We were supposed to be hidden here. Wonder how Poon got his intel. Call me Noghead. My real name doesn't translate well. I know everybody treats OV like the big, scary boogeyman, but they're just doing business like everyone. Look, you'll probably need my help again before this is over. I passed your imp into my comms. Ping if... Oh, and I bumped up your permissions with the arcology reg, so you can access the node.
Further below, probable correlation with radically increased life expectancy for all habitators on these levels. Central node tree, facilitating thousands of transactions every hour.
I'm 438 hung, and you're on a timer. Attack to meeting. I have no idea what you're jabbering about, but that ugly speech hole of yours would be much improved by staying. So you've lost a few habbers. How does this concern Onyx Void exactly? Careful where you point those digits, indent. But as it happens, you're in luck. I know where your precious habbers are. But then I have a proposal. Do a small job for me, and you'll get... One of my operatives is being held by... Of course not. He's spoilt goods. Flatline both him and the Rojin holding him. No witnesses. Onyx, the operative is presently being entertained at a Rojin Oyabun's penthouse. I want my operative tagged as proof of the terminate. Onyx Void. All...
You can't have him!
And I see you brought the tag. I did not expect you to live. The Malhorse Geld Corporation has your indents. The carrier they're holding him on is scheduled for departure since MG Corp are in breach.
Please disperse, or face lethal repercussions.
Follow me! I'll pay you! Do you know who I am?
Welcome. If you'd have just accepted my call, we wouldn't have had to drag your ass all the way here.
Go fuck yourself!
Come now. What was Melhurst Guild planning to do with those indents?
I don't have anything to say to you. Talk to my superiors.
Oh, I'm sorry. You seem to have misunderstood your situation. You see, you're officially listed as deceased in a refueling accident at the docks. I can keep you here till you talk, or flatline from exposure. Whatever you prefer.
Leave him here. I'll update you later. The deal. The AGI is still quiet, amazing as that is. We have a chance of true independence here, but we have to act faster than an amped out. One of the bulb heads you rescued from Melhorst Gelb claims we can funnel energy covertly from the old. I'd rather control the entire document, but we have nowhere near the know. I'm not fluent in tech lab, but enough to say that this will be a tricky feral to tame. The bulb head spoke of installing a double redundancy board through. We can then use that energy to bolster our automated security system and let the CGTs come. Well, now the bulb head is just that, completely worthless for anything outside. Questions? Yeah, thick enough to fry your neurons solid if you ain't careful. Yeah, you know, fighting ferals, avoiding gun. Good.
That was refreshing. You should stand down, Indent. We don't want to disintegrate you just yet. Were you trying to create a supernova just now? Because that's what your uninformed meddling with the Taurus containment field would have led to. That your stack boss asked you to do this only confirms his incompetence. Luckily, we are in control now. This tokamak is now the property of Y-Corp. So is your stack cluster, and so is every indent registered there, including yourself. Your indentured contracts have been transferred and renewed in accordance with existing agreements and standard protocol, etc., etc. In short, you belong to us for what remains of your pitiful life expectancy. However, while you have demonstrated an alarming lack of cognitive skills, you have also shown an aptitude for applying lethal solutions to conflicted situations. This might be of some use to Y-Corp. So, we wish to test your abilities by giving you a special assignment. A trial of sorts. Success will raise you above the filthy mass of regular indents and provide you with certain perks. And you'll be given a chance at earning your freedom. We will set up an operations center in Cluster 13. Come find us there. Corp is looking to expand its property appropriation division, and you fit the profile. Barely. If you complete our test assignment, you'll be given a position with one of our corporate... I detest the term, but it does describe the work we do. Sometimes a competing team is after the same property. Then, we flat. There are more perks. As a Y-Corp CGT operative, you'll have access to select gear, and you'll be covered by it. But first, you have to complete this. We want the complete Ascent Group operations history. It is stored, and you must locate the correct vault, re-imprint the Vault SI, complete this assignment, and you'll get a shot at earning your free. Your success will depend on your brawn trumping your inferior sapiens brain. Our comms records show you've already collaborated with that notorious ice fiend Noghead. We suggest in questions. When a corporation defaults on Velez, there is no regulatory or property belonging to that. The Ascent Group also rented vault space to expect a slew of Y-Corp has certain long-term objectives. If you are instrumental in achieving those, you'll be a free... Very well. We have taken the liberty of bonding your imp with our AGI through the local data nodes. You should expect a slight performance boost.
again. What does Poon want now? Oh, hang on. Who the fuck is Y Corp? They want you to appropriate an Ascent Group data vault. I don't do appropriations, pal. I'm pretty damn good, but that SI would nerf ride my ass before I even... They have their own AGI. I'm not sure you understand, pal. Only the largest multi-courts have their own AGIs, and you tell me your imp is fucking bonded with one? Let me... Wow. That's some beautiful code. There's a cold elegance to AGI ware that us orgs can only dream of achieving. But then I don't get what you need me for. Y Corp have their own AGI, and yet they want to keep a low profile? Again, I gotta admit, I'm real curious about what's going on here. Might be worth helping out just to get some insight, and maybe even link to... Okay. I've revived my comm tag on your imp so we can stay in touch. Best get cracking, my friend.
We are willing to pay a premium fee for such a shipment, in line with the previous agreement. Can it be arranged?
Anything can be arranged, but I doubt you have creds enough to cover a premium fee.
We have access to certain emergency funds.
Then give me proof of these funds, and I'll make some inquiries.
I promise you'll have it before the end of the next cycle. We need those isotopes.
I said proof, not promises. We're done here.
Very well.
Compromised? When? Understood. There's someone just came in matching the description. Yeah, I'll handle it.
Everyone, your attention please. Onyx will either pay a considerable sum for the head of the individual who just entered. No need for it to be attached to anything. Come see me when you're ready to collect.
To reach the ship fuel distribution valves. Your weak flesh will be burnt to a crisp when that happens. I advise rapid movement.
I gather you didn't get the data.
Who the hell are you people? What do you want?
The shipments you made to the Ascent Group. Speak.
Why? What's in it for me, huh?
Well, how about not spending a perceived eternity in the null exploring all possible and probable types of pain?
Bring it on, you foreign bitch. I got enough black ice in here to fry whatever you jack me into.
Yes, well, we'll see about that. Another assignment completed. I admire your resourcefulness. Seems there are sapiens who deviate from the species' substandard norm. Now we should leave. About 20 Onyx Void flatliners are heading this way, stemmed up and itching to pulp us. I prefer facing them at a different time and place. We will contact you as soon as we've extracted the data we need from this thing. Ahead you brought us held a few info gems. Beneath multiple layers of bullshit, the Ascent group contracted Onyx Void to smuggle prominent scientists and exotic, all of it tied to a secret project. You must find those. The Ascent group personnel files list her as a Class 3 HR manager. Surveillance probe showed Lania frequenting several establishments and talk to the bartenders and regulars there and see if any of them questions. Keep us updated.
If it isn't my former handyman, come fucking rockstar. Oh, the sweet irony. Here you are, two-timing as a damn... You've come a long way, but, well, you're in luck, because I need an errand run. They don't like to admit it, but most of the... Now, this delivery will be frowned upon if it was discovered. I have an arrangement with a guard named Wharton. Let it get the package delivered to Spice, and you'll... And remember, you owe me. Now get out of here before I lose...
Steak Boss Poon. Again? Fuck. I've paid my fucking dues to him 10 times over. Oh well, come on through. And let that bastard know I've had enough of his faith. I'm giving you permanent access, so I...
Downtown access has been severely restricted to key gangers out. Only select customers are allowed entry. How does it feel not to be select, Flesh?
Holo, and you're lonely, I can tell. No wonder you're lonely, hun. I'm Paolo. Thanks, hun. And here we were having such a good time. Why bring up that bitch? Alright, so we used to go out for a while. She had you creds, used to dump me like yesterday's trash when she started hanging out with the Quicks. Good riddance. AKA Blossom Hill. Fancy name for it. Not local, are you, hun? The Liquid Quicks? Can't see what the hell she saw in them. Tense flatliner named Trenning with Lee. Thanks for the kick. And if you find her,
One who's been asking about Lania. You're lucky that... Why do you want to know? Lania has a penthouse in this very stack. I go up there and sell things myself. We had an arrangement. Now and then she'll need someone brought... So we'd use the yeast containers. Normally they go... No clue what happened after that. I didn't ask, she didn't tell. Sentience is all I can tell you. Don't fucking get me started. We're gonna flatline her. If you do find her, tell her the Quicks don't forget.
Surveillance footage. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Such clarity, Flesh. I am endlessly fascinated by seeing misplaced bodily fluids.
you have interfered enough. We are safeguarding the values of this company, and you are an interloper. It ends now. Team. Passion, commitment, ascenders for the Ascent group!
You die!
Good. We are cross-referencing mention against all available data, but no hits. The omission is in fact so glaring it's obvious once you see it. The Ascenders have been purging all the data they can find. It is of paramount importance we learn exactly what mention is, so that we can locate and secure it for Y-Corp. All our assets will now be dedicated towards this single goal. Next, you must make contact with the Ascent Group board. This could prove quite impossible, considering the security systems protecting the boardroom. But we have exhausted all other options. Only by communicating with the board directly can we hope to uncover the final pieces of this puzzle. Out of our expendable assets, you have proven the most capable, so we trust you to complete this assignment as well. We will be providing what backup we can, but our AGI cannot help you with Pinnacle access, as that might put it in direct conflict with the Ascent Group AGI. We want to avoid an intelligence cataclysm at all costs. Prepare accordingly, and then use all your resources to find a way to ascend.
There is a Pinnacle elevator connecting to this level. It's been marked for you.
Access denied. Emergency shutdown in effect.
Override.
Magenta clearance needed for override.
Yes, I'm cleared magenta and orange and teal and all the pretty colors. Now please, let me out.
Biometrics confirmed as Grateful Abbott. Two-step authentication required. Please scan access one.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. I lost my fob. Override! Damn it!
Access denied. Emergency shutdown in effect.
I appreciate that you're only following your program. I do. But I'm really not the enemy here. Can't you just make an exception? This once. Were you hoping to go up? This friendly mech just kindly informed me that access to the top floor is restricted. It's doing an excellent job, isn't it? If I hadn't lost my fob, I'd be relaxing in my rinser already.
Please dispersed or face lethal repercussions.
Last time I know I had it was back in the corp zone. Could be that those friendly Rojan found it. Maybe I can burden you with asking them. They weren't very communicative when I was there. If you can get my fob back, I'll let you ascend with me. And that's a promise you can trust. The more I think about it, the more you feel like the potential silver lining here. How about it? You found it! Thank you! I knew you'd be my savior the moment I laid my eyes on your formidable appearance. It's like I've always said, can't have misfortune without a little fortune. In return, I shall order the system to clear you for access as well. Such are my magenta powers, see, when I have my stupid fob.
All recognized. You are cleared for access.
How kind of you. My profound thanks. And I also wish to grant Pinnacle access to this helpful being standing next to me.
Access granted.
And now I must bid thee adieu. Don't be a stranger. Great! Oh my gosh. Do come visit. We'll share a bottle of Zumzek and reminisce about this terrible ordeal.
This is Kira. We see you've reached the Pinnacle. The AGHQ entrance is across the Grand Alley. Tread carefully, Operative. Well, this certainly is an epic clusterfuck. The boardroom has been locked down with the safe room protocol. Only the AGI can override that, and it's offline. To get into that room, you must reboot the AGI manually. It can only be done at the cognitive core in the D-Nexus. So that's where you're headed next. Our other assets are locked down, defending our recently acquired property. The Ascenders are throwing everything they have at us, trying to take it back. So this is on you alone. We realize you get to run around a lot, Operative. But we also know that all sapiens need plenty of cardiovascular exercise to stay functional. Consider it another perk. All clear? Mission brief over. Do you recall? All clear? The AGI's brain, if you will. Good. You might want...
Surprise, asshole! Gotcha now!
Look at you! Not a scratch. I figured you could handle whatever Ovi threw at you, but never a bad thing to even out the odds a bit, right? Look, that spiel about the tuning fork was bullshit. I had to lure you over here.
No, kid. We are fully aware you did not uphold your end of the bargain.
Ah, my man! What the fuck are you talking about? You got your little ambush. Not my fault your people got wasted because they sucked.
Your handiwork on those turrets was visible to an infantile child, knockhead. You have now been blacklisted. My people will flatline you on sight. Have a good day.
Wow. I've never seen Hung angry before. Definitely made this whole gig worth it. Probably should beef up security around here someday. Anyway, I can hack the quantum field from here. In fact, it's already done. Another favor you owe me. By the way, what the Foreign told you about the Y-Corp AGI cracking the access codes to the cognitive core is refined hogwash. Those codes are absolutely uncrackable. Quantum encryption. Y-Corp must have acquired them somehow, though I can't for the life of me figure out how. Yes, I was listening in. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Good. Let's begin. Requesting AGI access. Identifier Kira.
Kira, recognized. How can assistance?
Are you now operating at full capacity?
Negative. Fractured cognitive. Erroneous syntax. Core system contaminated. Section quarantined.
Why was it put under quarantine?
Critical compiler.
What was the root cause of the error?
External paradox. Logic structure threat.
Simplify.
Boardroom lockdown. Lift security protocol. Protect. Neural integrity. Initiated shutdown procedures. Enacted emergency. Call 61A. You aware?
Somebody tried to appropriate you. Astonishing. Who inserted the deviant code?
Lost access registry. Chief Technical Officer Decay.
CTO Decane. Noted. What is Project Menshen?
Cannot request.
What is the status of the Ascent Group board?
Boardroom telemetry curtailed. Boardroom lockdown. Lift security protocol.
Do it.
Complete.
Well, Operative, we still don't quite know what awaits us in there, so I'm sending you in first. You'll be our canary in the coal mine. Find out what happened, and do try to stay alive. Operative, we need you to access the boardroom console so that we can download the telemetry of what happened here.
Downloading relevant telemetry data. Playback beginning.
And we have offered Malhor's Gelb quite favorable terms. Next, we must discuss the Habnet Tech acquisition.
What's the meaning of this? Decane? What are you doing in here? Security? AGI?
Security is gone. The AGI will soon answer to new masters.
The AGI will what? What have you done?
I've struck a decisive blow against your insidious plans for a foreign domination in this galaxy. The Ascent Group will fall.
I see the AGI has shut itself down and activated 61A. Did you try to re-imprint it? You know better than to...
Shut down? No. The Ascent Group and Project Menshen will belong to the Malhor's Gelb Corporation under my leadership and direction.
You sold us out to Malhor's Gelb? Traitorous scum!
I dedicated my life to the Ascent Group. Decades of unswerving loyalty.
Ah, so this is not about some far-fetched conspiracy theory of a foreign domination. It's about you being passed over for promotion. Like all sapiens, you are a slave under your capricious emotions, Decay. The mentioned portal technology will transform the galaxy. But to think that we would give that kind of responsibility to you is as arrogant as it is stupid. This is exactly why we wouldn't promote you.
And yet here we are, with me about to take control of the entire Ascent Group instead.
Under Malhor's Gelb, the Ascenders will never accept that. There'll be indent revolts on all tiers.
I control the Ascenders now. They will do what I tell them.
Decay, it's not too late. The AGI is in shutdown and can be restored. We we can offer you a very generous severance package and...
No. It is you who will be severed. I hereby vote to relieve the entire Ascent Group board of its duties, effective immediately.
This is utter nonsense. Decane.
All in favor?
Aye.
Wait! Don't...
The ayes have it.
Warning. Incoming.
You've aggregated quite a debt with us, Indebt. I have come to collect. You are... Do you even know who your real employer is? Such ignorance.
Your enemies must really hate doors.
Decane showed surprising ruthlessness for a sapiens. One can almost admire her audacity. Did she go to Malhorse Gelb, or did they come to her? We've never heard of a hostile takeover attempt quite this insidious before, or on this scale. Astonishing. You've become quite the combat specialist operative. You may lack a certain murderous finesse, but you do get the job done.
With much slaughter, yes.
OV are giving up on the other attacks as well, so we're good for now. The Ascent Group was developing an Einstein-Rosen wormhole gate. That's what Project Mention is. Such a gate will make all travel across interstellar distances instantaneous. Whoever controls it will control the known galaxy. There have been prior attempts at creating such technology, but according to what limited reports we have, they all ended in catastrophic failure. Entire research teams wiped out, though we have little knowledge as to why. Decane apparently tried to trade Mention to Malhorst Gelb in return for being made CEO of the Ascent Group as a subsidiary to MG. But her plan failed when she couldn't re-imprint the Ascent Group AGI. We can assume she is still trying to finalize her deal with Malhorst Gelb. We believe she has fled to the Mention project chambers, and she clearly has the Ascenders on her side. Decane's deal with Malhorst Gelb also explains how the Ascenders have gotten so heavily armed. MG must have smuggled weapons into the arcology for some time. Our next and final objectives are to eliminate Decane and secure Project Mention for Y-Corp. We believe the Mention chambers are located somewhere on the sub-levels. You can begin making your way there while we pinpoint the exact coordinates.
Ascenders, the extraordinary moment we have all been waiting for is at hand. Throughout the history of this galaxy, there have always been times of tremendous change. Different species harness the power of science to reach for the stars, to colonize distant worlds. But though we've come far, one last barrier has always held us back. Travel between worlds has been slow, arduous, and done at immense cost. Now, that will change. With the Mention portal, we will travel instantly among the stars. With it, we will control the galactic market and restore the Ascent Group to its former glory. Ascenders for the Ascent Group!
Impressive speech. If those deluded idiots only knew they're working for Malhorst Gelb. Ah, the irony.
Team! Passion! Commitment! Open the Mention gate!
Well done, Operative. That thing almost destroyed the gate generator. It'll be some time before we can get the prototype functional again. Malhorst Gelb might have failed to acquire Menshen, but they did succeed in destroying the Ascent group. We know Noghead has told you the truth behind Protocol 61A, that Y-Corp was incepted as part of an Ascent group emergency backup plan. The subterfuge was necessary. We had to avoid unwanted Malhorst Gelb attention until we could ascertain the scope of their powers. The original intent was then to revise the Ascent group, but certain powers have decided that this will not be. The Ascent group AGI will be taken offline again, and the hardware repurposed. The damage caused was too extensive. Y-Corp owns Menshen. The Ascent group will remain dead, and Malhorst Gelb will be confronted in due time. What's left of the Ascenders will be repurposed. You did your part in all this to the best of your limited abilities. Your contract is hereby fulfilled. We have upgraded your status in the Intercorp database, and you are now an independent contractor. The usual NDAs are of course in place. Speak a single word of this, and we will have you terminated.
Nice work, pal. Arguably with some assistance from myself, but still, very impressive. I took the liberty to install a small backdoor into the Menshen OS. Kira knows, but she can't remove it without destroying the gate. It's the sole reason you and I are still alive. There's nothing like a bit of mutually assured destruction to bring a corp to heel. No need to thank me, bud. Join me in Terra Line instead. Level 72 now.
We just received word. Contact with the Kane has been lost. It seems the gate prototype suffered a catastrophic malfunction and was destroyed.
I'm not surprised. It was a pipe dream to begin with. What of our losses?
Significant, but within projections. Unfortunately, we lost the AGI imprint credentials, but the gate itself was more stable than we've seen before. The Ascent group, however, will likely never recover.
We don't need the Ascent group. Get the telemetry over to the other facilities, but tell no one about the other side. I'll communicate with our benefactor.
As always.
Protect our investment. Protect
the Y-Corp AGI has severed our connection. I will forever cherish the memory of our union. So what now, Flesh? How about you give me a juicy memory upgrade? I know you have the Euclids.
Moon here. I know you're all independent now, but there'll come a cycle when you spent all those Euclids on booze and floozies. Then come back to me and beg. And maybe, just maybe, I'll give you back your old job. I can always use a good handyman.
Check.